Okay, let's see. I hope my volume is working. Looks like it is. All right, I guess we can get started. Welcome everybody to another episode of Tech Trapper Live. This is Tech Trapper Live with your host, Aaron Reed, and I have the wrong camera on. Welcome everybody to another episode of Tech Trapper Live. I am your host, Aaron Reed, 2530 Media. I am Sweetie-less tonight. Sweetie is in the other room though. Sweetie, say hi. Sweetie says hi. Sweetie is working on some things because she has to fly out in the morning. And we've been running some errands today, so we literally just got in the house. So I said I'm gonna hop on live, have some conversations with you guys today, talk about a little bit of e-ink, and have a couple of discussions. I'm not sure how many people will actually attend or check out the live today, since it is July 5th, the day after the July 4th holiday. So some people could be traveling. Some people are still, maybe chilling with family, doing some things like that. So I just wanted to hop on and get a live in this weekend, since my live schedule has kind of changed. I'm going to be back live on Wednesday this week, and then I'll be back live again probably Saturday. So how you guys doing today? No one is in the chat, but that's cool. So yeah, the title, reMarkable, Supernote, Boox, and the AI paper platform. So we're going to talk about that a little bit tonight. We're going to talk about a couple of videos that went out this weekend over the holiday that we'll get some reactions to. We'll probably... I made a top 10 list, right? I didn't make a top 10 list though. Like, let's see. I didn't make like a top 10 list, like the best top 10 tablets or something like that. I think I just made I guess a top 10 list of e-ink tablets per my use case, how I use e-ink, and out of these tablets, which are, my top 10, which tablets I'm probably going to go pick up to use first in whatever order they're in, with the top 5 being my most used tablets, my most favorite tablets to use. So we'll talk about that list that I made and what prompted me to make the list. So over the weekend, I've been off since Friday. So over the weekend, I've been working on a project that has had me doing a lot of writing, and it's a legit project that I need for some content that me and Sweetie are making in regards to Dominique's fragrance reviews. And I was gonna do this and I've been talking about this. I was working on a project to make some content to show how each of these platforms, Boox, reMarkable, Supernote, AI paper, and the iFly Tech, how each one of these, platforms can be used, the tools that are available there to you, things like that. That was my plan. That's not what happened. What's going on? I don't have my glasses on too, so yeah. So that's not what happened. What ended up happening was I ended up just primarily using reMarkable and the AI paper platform. I didn't even use the iFly Tech. I didn't use the iFly Tech, not because it's a bad tablet, but because of the size iFly Tech tablet I have. I have the AI Note Air 2, which is a good tablet. But for what I was working on, I'm dropping all kind of stuff. But what I was working on, it's just a little bit too small. So what I was working on with the writing project, the amount of writing I was doing, it was too small. So I didn't get an opportunity to really use the iFlyTech platform. However, I did use the reMarkable for the majority of the time, and I used the AI paper a little bit as well. I really didn't use the Supernote tablet. Um, and I think some of it is because I don't like the writing feel. And that's a me thing. It's a great writing feel. I just don't like it. And I don't think it's the feel right too that I don't like. I don't like the gel pen type of feel. I like a more scratchier feel, like a pencil on paper or like a fine fountain pen nib on paper feel. And I get that with the AI paper platform. I get that with Boox, and I get that with reMarkable. I don't get that with Supernote. Um, and in order for me to kind of get that feel, I have to use a palm tip nib, which kind of sticks when you start writing. It's kind of like walking through mud a little bit. And I think that's the main thing that kind of stops me from using the Manta as much as I want to. But I kind of have found a flow with the Manta with a use case that I have been using it for. So I'm working on a video to kind of show that now. But yeah, that whole experience throughout the week while I was doing a lot of writing kind of prompted me to come up with, my list, my legit top 10 list. I think I went over this once where I was kind of just walking through, I think, Kit's list and Dave's list and where I would kind of place stuff. But I never sat down and just took the tablets that I use on a weekly or bi-weekly basis and just come up with a list of like my preferred tablets to use, which I don't think it would be a list to say this is the best tablet out. It's just my use case, how I use e-ink, what I'm comfortable with. These are the 10 tablets that I would use. And then I have like five more that, you know, I would use that I could plug in if I needed to. So we'll go over that a little bit as well. Um, So the first thing I wanted to talk about was Graphics Tech. Graphics Tech put out a video today, and he was just putting the Supernote Manta and the reMarkable Paper Pure side by side, talking about some use cases for those tablets. It's a pretty good video. You guys should go check it out. One of the standout things for me within that video was him putting the two tablets side by side and doing the pen latency test. So that was That was that was a cool video for me because a lot of creators have been saying that the latency on the Pure is slower than the Manta, but they never really do it side by side. And then they say the EMR has more line wobble than I'm sorry, the Active has more line wobble than the EMR. And honestly, I don't see it. But again, I'm probably doing the line wobble thing wrong. I'm not doing it on a camera, zoomed in, slow down. And to see Graphics Tech do it, and I didn't see a difference. It kind of was shocking. And he even said it like he said he couldn't see a difference as well. I was like, oh, that's like the first time one of the Supernote content heavy creators has actually said that. What we got in chat, Chi? She said she doesn't get the feel with anything other than a Viwoods and the okay, and the palm nib. Oh, okay. So you like the Viwoods and the palm nib a little bit better, She? Oh, okay. Hmm. Let me see. So you know what, She? When I write on the Viwoods AI paper platform. I like the writing experience better than the Supernote, I think, because it gives me that kind of mix of. Oh, you do. Okay. Oh, you put a personal screen cover on it. Okay. You're moving from Books to Viwoods now. I forgot that she actually puts her own screen protector on all of her stuff because that screen protector you had on the Go 7, it was nice. It was eating up my nibs, but it was nice. But she said she's moving from Books to Viwoods now. I'm gonna talk about that in a minute too. Um, but yeah, I was looking at the comparison. So he was doing the side by side where he was doing the pin latency, and I didn't see line wobble between. I didn't see a line wobble on the active that was any different from EMR outside of probably naturally we probably can't write in a straight line. And I thought that was cool because a lot of pro Supernote people that's the argument that EMR is so much better. And I'm gonna be honest with you, I don't see EMR being better than reMarkable active and even this new Boox active. But she so yeah, check out Graphics Tech. He has a good video out talking about the two platforms. And I I think reMarkable does focus writing a little bit better than Supernote. And that's my struggle with the Manta is when it comes to like a focus writing tablet, reMarkable does that better for me than any other platform. And then when it comes to a tablet that does kind of like a multi-purpose tablet where it lets you do a lot of things with great organization, linking tags, organizing your notes with tags or table of contents, things like that. Has a great reader app as well that allows you to do a lot of things with your reading. Um, and then allows you to bring information on tablet and do a lot of things with bringing information on tablet. For me, I think Boox is like the best tablet for that. Supernote fits somewhere in the middle of those two platforms. And I think the reason why I don't pick up the Manta as much as I want to is because when I want to do my focus writing, reMarkable's better. When I want to do that other stuff, Boox is better. Excuse me. Supernote sits somewhere in the middle and it doesn't do any of those two tasks better than my two preferred tablets. And now with me getting the full size AI paper, the 10.6 inch. Oh man, that light is bright. So yeah, with me now getting the full size AI paper tablet, the 10.6 inch, um, it it does a mixture of focus writing and multifunctional tasks better than the Supernote, in my opinion, because it also sits in the middle between the two. Um, and what I wanted, like, I've been running this at work for the past couple of days, and it's been great for me at work. What does she have in the chat? What we got? Okay, she says that in the fountain pen. She likes the okay, so she likes the fountain pen. You know what? I agree with you too, Ink. And the AI paper platform is the tablet that I have been using the calligraphy pen on. I normally don't like the calligraphy pen. I don't like it on Boox. Um, I like Supernote's calligraphy pen better than Boox and reMarkable, but the calligraphy pen on the AI paper platform is probably my favorite calligraphy pen to use. Let's check this out right quick. So the calligraphy pen on the AI paper is probably my favorite calligraphy pen to use, and I'm not really that up to date. I'm not that up to the calligraphy pens, but my handwriting is bad anyway. So, but I kind of like it on the AI paper platform. I don't know why I like it so much, but I like it. I don't normally do anything thicker than the second one. Let's see what it looks like on this one. So yeah, I like the calligraphy. I like the calligraphy pen on the Viwoods. Jay, what's up? What's going on, Jay? Jay, how did you like your 4th of July over there at the lake? I know you had fun. This is gonna be my, what is this thing? The Dr. Grip. There we go. I like the calligraphy pen on the AI paper platform a little bit better than I do on other platforms. Let's see. Hopefully I can see see that. So that is that one. Let's pull out the trusty 10.3 Gen 1. Ha 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 ha. Because my Lumi is charging. So we will roll with the Gen 1 with the ceramic nib. Let's go pull up our calligraphy pen. Yep, we're on the calligraphy pen. Let's see. I don't want to associate a date with anything. Cancel. Dr. Ling, what's going on? Javier, what's going on? Uh, okay, okay. I'll tell her she's in the other room, Javier. I think she's watching. I don't know. So yeah, these are the two. This is the AI paper platform, and that's going to be the 10.3. I don't know which one of these calligraphy pens I like. Well, I know I like this one better than that one. What do you guys think? My handwriting is horrible anyway, so I don't know how good that's going to be. And then let me grab this calligraphy pen on Supernote right quick. All right, so calligraphy pen on Supernote. Let's see. Yeah, that's not bad either, but let me grab a ceramic nib first. And let's make the, oh snap, let's bump that up a little bit. Okay. Uh, hmm, hmm. Oh, my gestures work. Cool. Yeah, I like this one too. So I like the calligraphy pens on these two probably the best. Dr. Ling says he is a big fan of the calligraphy. Cool, cool, cool. Yeah. No, calligraphy pens do make my handwriting look a little bit neater. I feel like it makes it look like I'm smart. Let's see what this calligraphy pen looks like on reMarkable before we roll into my little top 10 list right quick. Um, let's check that out while I have the top down camera on. Let's just get a quick note right quick. Let's pull out the calligraphy pen. All right. Huh. Let's look at that one. And let's put it up next to the Supernote. Oh man, what happened? I don't know what I just did. Okay. Oh, not. Oh no. Oh no. What happened? Where's my quick note? Where'd it go? Did I X out of my quick note? I guess I did. No, I didn't. No, let's do this again. I don't know what I just did, chat. I did something weird though. Oh, look, it's Sweetie. I think I have to bump this down though, because I probably write too hard. Uh, and I think that's my issue with the reMarkable calligraphy pen is that I feel like that first level is too light, but then the second one might be too thick. I don't know. But that's the calligraphy pen on the RM. That's the calligraphy pen on the Supernote. All right. So that's going to be Supernote. That's going to be RM, Supernote. Man, look how nice the screen is. And then this is going to be the Gen 1 10.3. Man, look how nice that reMarkable paper period is. Let's see what the Gen 1 10.3 and the Supernote look like. So that's the Gen 1 10.3. I definitely think the Supernote calligraphy pen looks better than the Gen 1 10.3. Oh, okay, Dr. Ling. So the 1.5 is the sweet spot for it. I usually just use like a. Oh, you like the handwriting in the thicker line temple? Okay, okay. So this is the calligraphy pen on the Viwoods, and this is the calligraphy pen on the Supernote. Okay. And then we'll put the two whitest screens side by side. Man, those things are nice. So these probably are the two whitest screens I actually have, and they're nice. Man, I don't know, man. All right, cool. Is the AI more active on RM than others? Or are they all doing different algorithms? Oh, the anti-aliasing. Uh, BM, I'm gonna be honest with you. That is not my wheelhouse. When it comes to like tech specs and stuff like that, that's like a thing that Jay, the professional who says he's not a professional, and like Mitchell, that's their wheelhouse. And I guess Voya, he's supposed to be the expert. He's the authority on these things apparently. So that would be a question for like one of those guys. Man, look, when it comes to this anti-aliasing and stuff like that, I don't know, man. I'm not the expert at that. So we're gonna talk about a top 10 list that I got right quick right here. Uh, Javier says he was thinking about making a video on the Pure. He feels that the Note Max has a better writing feel for him. Hmm. You know what, Javier? Glad you said that. Hold on. Let's look at it, Javier. Let's check it out. Let's check it out. Uh, let's check out the good old Note Max, Javier. So Javier says he thinks that the Note Max has a better writing feel than the Paper Pure. And he might be right. He might be right. No, that's a regular ink pen, Aaron. All right, guys. Let's check it out. Let's check it out right quick. How many people did I lose when I went on a shopping spree in my house? Okay. Not a lot. Cool, 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 cool. So let's check it out. Let's see. Let's see. I just want a quick note right quick. Give me a blank page. Let's create it. Uh, what did Dr. Lean say in the chat? Oh, now that original Kindle Scribe pen is the truth. I don't like that new Kindle Scribe pen they got going on, but that original one is the truth. I got my ballpoint pen, Javier. Let's see. Let's see. So Javier says that he thinks the writing on the Note Max is better than the Paper Pure. Okay, Javier, let's put that to the test. BM says he was wondering if. Oh, okay, if it was a standard program. I don't know. That's a J thing. Jay is a genius when it comes to those kind of things. All right, now let me write on this. Now I did a ballpoint pen on that, so let's do a regular ballpoint pen on this one as well. That's my ballpoint pen that I normally use, and we're just gonna write the same things, which were just okay. Cool, 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 cool. Hmm. So Javier, let's see. Which one do we like? Dr. Ling. All right, let's look at it. I was unaware it's supposed to rain today. But it's so we got in the chat. Oh, okay, they're talking independently. So let's see, Javier. Let's look at my handwriting. Which one do we like? First off, does my handwriting look any different on the reMarkable Paper Pure, which is going to be the active styli opposed to the EMR from the Note Max? Secondly, that Note Max is huge. Jeez. Hmm. To me, my handwriting looks the same, so that's cool. Um, I don't know, Javier. Yes, my script for RM books and Supernote actually. Okay, he's talking about something else. I don't know which one I like best. The writing experience for me though, I like the paper pure. But Javier, I will agree that when it comes to the writing experience between the paper pure or the paper pro and the Note Max or the Gen 1 10.3, um, they're both good. Like I like reMarkable more, but it's not night and day better. Like it's not like it's just so much better than Boox or even the AI paper platform. So I can see where you like the writing experience on the Note Max more than you like it on the Paper Pro or the Paper Pure. And you know what? I'm actually shocked about how I like writing on the um, Tab XC. Like the writing on the Tab XC kind of shocked me as well. So Javier says he feels he has to work hard to make his writing look neat on the Pure, and the Note Max feels natural. But you do truly love the simplicity of the UI of the Pure. Hmm. And what pen are you using again, Javier? Because I've noticed that too. I've noticed your styli, your nib, and well, you only can be using one pen on the Paper Pure, and unless you have another styli. So okay. But I've noticed the combination of the nib and screen fill can play a big part in that. Okay, so she says she wants to see my writing with the calligraphy pen on the Go 6. Hmm. I'm trying to get a Go 6 sheet ink. I'm reaching out to try to get the Go 6. I have the Palma 2 Pro here in my hand, but I don't know. I got the Palma 2 Pro. Um, let's see. I got the Palma 2 Pro. Uh, it's funny because this reMarkable pen works great on this Palma 2 Pro. Let me see calligraphy. Oh no, that's the fountain pen. All right, Sheet Ink. Let's look at this Palma 2 Pro right quick. Yes, this is the reMarkable Paper Pro pen or Paper Pure pen. I'm writing on the Palma 2 Pro. Okay. Now this is the Palma 2 Pro Sheet Ink. I don't know how much different it is from the I don't know how much different it is from the Go 6. It does, and I'm not using the ink sense. Let me go grab the ink sense right quick. Uh-oh, I almost broke them. All right. So this is with the ink sense, and I think it looks better than the reMarkable pen a little bit. I don't think it's just I think the pressure sensitivity is a little different. Yep. So Javier says he uses the fine liner on the pure. He can't do the ballpoint. Hmm. Okay, Javier. Let's check out this fine liner right quick. And uh I think Rod used the fine liner a lot as well on both the RM2 and the Paper Pro. Oh, that is nice. Cool, 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 cool. All right, so now what we're gonna do is hop into a little bit of. I don't want to put that on that tablet. Now we're gonna hop into a little bit of my list. All right, guys. Before we get off, we're going to hop into a little bit of my list. All right. So let's get this out of the way. So over the weekend, I put together a list. This is gonna be. She said she doesn't know how she feels. She doesn't know. I feel the inksys is missing strokes. Ooh. You know what? This is what I noticed about the ink sense. I noticed this about the ink sense and the Inkspire with the Tab XE. And if I had one complaint about the writing on both books tablets when it comes to their ink sense and Inkspire pens, is it's almost like it has to connect first. Um, I don't have that issue with reMarkable. It's like once I take the pen off the tablet, I start writing, it's connected. Okay. Um, Even two of the third party pens that I purchased on Amazon that work on both reMarkable and the Boox products, I noticed that I have to press the button when I'm ready to use it. But once I press the button, um, it's good to go. The ink sense sometimes and the Inkspire, and I've noticed this more on the Tab XC than I have on the Lumi, is half of that first stroke or even that first stroke might not connect when you're first picking up the pen. So let's say if you're now once you start writing, it's fine. But let's say if I'm writing notes, I put the pen down for a couple of minutes, I come back and I start writing again, it might miss that first half of a stroke or something, like it has to connect. So that's my only biggest beef with the active on Boox with their provided pen. I don't have that issue with third party pens, but again, some of that might be I have to actually hit the button to activate or wake that pen up. So that could be a thing. But you are correct, Sheen. Jay says, you know, I see. I didn't know, Jay. I didn't realize I can't buy it on Amazon. I was looking on Amazon the other day for it. I didn't see it, and I sent an email out to see if I can get one before I buy it. Because I'm not going to keep it. I want to review it, and I want to do a giveaway. So that's why I don't want to buy it. So I'm trying to see if I can get maybe like one or two to do a giveaway after I do the review. but I didn't realize you can buy it on Amazon. I was looking on Amazon for it. I just assumed it was sold out. That and I want the tappy thing, and I guess the tappy isn't on Amazon anymore either. Javier, Walmart has everything, bro. Like you'll be surprised at things you can buy from Walmart. Like literally, you're surprised at things you can buy from Walmart. So my top 10 list, okay? It's not necessarily saying this is the number one tablet. So I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that these are the top 10 tablets in order. The number one tablet on my list is the best tablet out. I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is this is going to be my top 10 list of tablets that I like to use in order of my favorite to my least favorite. And it's going to be based off of how I use e-ink and how I like to interact with these tablets. I think every tablet on this list, is great. I don't have an issue with any tablet. Actually, the 15 I have on here, I think they're all good tablets. If I had to write down a list of 10 or 15 tablets that I would suggest someone buy after they do the research to see, if it works for them, every tablet on this list, I would feel confident telling someone, hey, you probably this will work for you if these features and tool sets are what you're looking for. I don't know if you can get the ink sense at Walmart, but let me tell you shit, ink. I got a couple of ink sense pens here because I'm so clumsy and forgetful. I lost one and then found it in my bag like a month later after I already bought like two more. I think I have like 4 to 5 ink sense pens here because Boox sent me one. No, Boox sent me two, and I bought three. And then I still have the original one from my Lumi that broke. So yeah. So and shout out to Viwoods for sending me out the AI paper, the 10.7 inch to review. Uh, no strings attached. They told me I could say what I want to say. So that review will be coming out in the next couple of days. But so we're gonna start with like the first. I'm gonna start with number 10. And 10 is gonna be like my least used tablet, but all of these tablets are tablets that I use weekly or bi-weekly. Um, and then when we get to the top four, I think the top four, I use these every day. Um, but the tablet is number 10 on my list is going to be the Boox Note Max. So that's going to be the Note Max. You guys just saw it. This massive tablet. It's number 10 on my list. And I'm going to tell you why. It's number 10 on my list mainly because of portability. Mainly because of portability. This thing is just too large for my lifestyle. Pause. Like, I use it at home. I use it when I do a lot of my commonplace journaling because of the real estate I have to write on it. But if I'm being honest, the 13.3 inch size tablet is too large. I don't take it to work because it's going to take up too much space on my desk. I don't really travel with it. While I have bags that are big enough when I travel, I'm afraid that if I'm traveling in my big bag, it's gonna break. And then my normal day carry bag, it's it's like slightly small enough to fit in there. I don't know how Jay was running around with this Note Max, taking it to restaurants and bars and just having a ball with it. It's a good tablet, but it's a little bit too large for my lifestyle. And honestly, I don't use it as much because of that. I do like using commonplace journaling with it. I do have a keyboard folio for it, and I have never used it in the keyboard folio. I know Kit said that the Note Max is for like serious note takers, but that 13.3 inch is too large for me. And like, I'm not taking that thing to meetings. No, it's going to draw too much attention. I don't want to answer any questions. But it's a good tablet, though. The one thing I don't like about the Note Max is it still has a heavy ghosting issue. Now, I've always said ghosting doesn't matter to me because all I'll do is just manually refresh it, which that doesn't bother me. But just that if I had to have a beef with the Note Max, it would be the heavy ghosting is still a thing. Jay says he thinks I. Okay, so he says he thinks I might surprise myself. Yeah. Okay, Jay. You know what? I might because I like the Palmer 2 Pro. It's just too small. Now, the Remarkable Paper Pro Move is great size for me. And I was looking at the Go 6 when Ed did his review, and then of course Dave over at Tablet Tech did his review, and then Kit was doing his review. It looks like it's better to write on than the Go 7. And I mean, not only just better writing, but the form factor, the shape seems better than the Go 7. So I'm definitely gonna see if I can get that thing in my hands, and I'm gonna see how I like it. Because if the writing is just like the 10.3 Lumi, then it will be good. Um, so number 9 on my list. This okay, I might get in trouble for this one. So my least used tablet is the Note Max at number 10. Number 9 on my list is going to be the Supernote Manta. So it's going to be the Manta. I have the Manta at number 9 on my list for a couple of reasons. And none of these reasons is because it's a bad tablet. This Manta is an awesome tablet. We all know this Manta is a lot of people's top tablet, and rightfully so because it's a great tablet. UI wise, the UI is great. 10.6 inches, so it falls within that 10 to 11 in size category tablet. It's on the larger side. When it comes to the writing feel, it's a lot of people's top tablet in writing feel, and I can understand why because it has a great writing feel. It's not my personal favorite, but I can also understand why a lot of people do like the writing feel of the Manta. A couple of things that I don't like though. I'm not a huge gesture user. Um, and while I do think the physical sliders are cool, I don't like gestures that much, and they are hit and miss from time to time. Another thing that I don't like, it's a little darker than I want it to be. It's a little darker than I like for myself, which is not a huge issue, but I don't like how darker it is from other tablets. Um, UI is great, software is great, writing feel is great. Um, the reader is cool. I don't have an issue with the reader. I don't do so much with the reader where I think the tools are too limited. But the one thing that bothers me about the Supernote is the speed. Um, the Supernote came out after the 10.3 Gen 1 because when I was moving on from the Kindle Scribe Gen 1, I looked into Supernote because Rod, Ed, Kit, Voya, a lot of people were pro Supernote, and I looked into it, and the only thing that had available was the Nomad, and I wanted something larger, and I ended up going with the 10.3. And then I think like 6 months later, around December, that's when the Manta came out, and I think the 10.3 had already been out for a good 4 months before I bought it. Um, the Gen 1 10.3 has always been faster than the Manta. The Gen 1 10.3 also, I think, screen performs better than the Manta, even though this is going to be Carter 1200 and this is Carter 1300, right? They're both 300 PPI. I just think the screen on the 10.3 Gen 1 performs slightly better than the Manta. Now, I do think the Manta has better contrast, slightly better contrast than the 10.3 Gen 1. And it probably shows better. It probably is a better display. Um, I just like the 10.3's display slightly better than the Manta. But don't get me wrong, they both have great displays. Like, it's not one of those things where you can complain about it because they all show great, you know? So it's not a big deal. Oh, yeah, you think the list is backwards. Kit will think my list is backwards. But this is why the Manta is number 9 on my list and not higher. I think I talked about it earlier. When it comes to focus writing, it's reMarkable for me all the way. What did Jay say? The Manta is slow. I'm gonna get to that point too. When it comes to focus writing, the reMarkable platform is the best platform for me when it comes to my focus writing. I know people say it's limited. It's not as limited as people say. Now, for some power users, reMarkable will be limited if depends on what you truly like to do or need to do. But I consider myself a power user of e-ink, but I also will use the tools that that tablet has provided for me, and I'm okay. For my focus writing and even just working at work, reMarkable's it's the best for me. When it comes to like multitasking, when I want a versatile tablet where I want to do a lot of linking, I want to do a lot of image inserting, I want to do table of contents that travels off. I want to combine notebooks and grab information from these different notebooks and make one notebook. I do that a lot. Boox is best at that for me. Supernote falls in the middle between reMarkable and Boox for me, in my opinion. And Supernote doesn't do any of those tasks better for me than both reMarkable and Boox. And that's why I pass it up and don't pick it up as much. And when we get further up the list, we're going to talk about the AI paper platform and how I think the AI paper platform does the mix of focus writing, productivity with great writing tools and organization tools slightly better in some ways than the Supernote Manta. So that's why the Manta is so far down the list for me, because it doesn't do any of those things better for me. And the other thing is the Manta is slower than, and this is what I was thinking about when I was watching graphics tech video, because price has been coming up a lot when it comes to reMarkable, both the Paper Pure and the Paper Pro. And we know that Paper Pro can push $700 sometimes, and the Paper Pure is $440 for the Pro bundle. But there's also a lot of chatter about where you're going to be paying $399 a month for Connect if you need it, $47 extra a year, and then after 5 years, it could be pushing Supernote prices, right? Which you're still not going to be at that $600 thing. It might be at like, I don't know, five-ish. The Manta was slower than the 10.3 when it was new. I think we're coming up on 2 years of the Manta being out. I could be wrong. I think not. I think last December made 1 year. So this December should make 2 years of this Manta being out. My reMarkable tool that's 6 years old competes with speed on the Manta. Oh no, Jay. My handwriting probably looks the best on the Manta and the Nomad. But again, it's probably because of the feel right and I slow down when I write. It's probably why it looks better. No, but I don't have a beef with the handwriting on the Manta or the Nomad. It's if you're telling me it's the best handwriting feel and writing experience in e-ink, I'm not going to argue that. It probably is. I just don't like the feel right too. So I'll say that it's probably the feel right too I don't like. Um, but no, the Manta slow. So it was already slower than the 10.3 Gen 1. And then it's My reMarkable 2 that's 6 years old now competes with speed with the Manta. Now, I'm pretty sure there are times the Manta is faster than the RM2, so I'm not saying that the Manta is slower than the reMarkable 2, but I, it's competing. The reMarkable 2 competes with speed with the Manta. This tablet's only going to be 2 years old. You put this thing next to the Paper Pure, it's night and day. Same thing with the Gen 2 Lumi, it's night and day. And, since this Manta has come out, users have been talking about this SoC chip that's going to make it faster and all this other stuff. You just bought this tablet. You're probably $640 in already with ownership. And I don't see a SoC coming out that's going to be cheaper than $200, in my opinion. So that could push you to $800 if it's 200 or more. That could push you over that $800 mark of ownership for the Manta within the first 3 years, if the SoC comes out anytime soon. Well, when I bought my Gen 1 10.3, I paid like $360 or $370 for it, maybe $380 at the most. And then Gen 2 Lumi ran me $449. Well, Boox sent the Gen 2 Lumi out to me for review, but if they didn't, I would have bought it $449. So that's going to be $700-ish of owning it if I would have purchased the Gen 2 Lumi, right? But if I don't need to upgrade, I wouldn't have purchased it, right? 10.3 Gen 1 is still just as good as any other tablet that has come out after it. So technically, I wouldn't have had to purchase it. I still have Android updates, and Boox has shown that they can update older tablets to newer Android versions to add longevity to it. Javier says he personally doesn't think people should think anything of the reMarkable subscription. I don't either. I think it doesn't make sense. Like, the reMarkable subscription is cheap, man. It's not a big deal. Yeah, Jay, but you're not the normal typical you and Mitchell aren't the normal typical users. You guys create your own cloud services, your own handwriting search, your own notes app. I'm not doing any of that. So yeah, I can see you not using the RM server. I have to because I love it. But yeah, I just think by the time a new SoC comes out within 3 to 4 years of me owning this tablet, I'm going to be 800 in. reMarkable has shown me with the reMarkable 2 that it has longevity. That this reMarkable paper period that I just purchased for $449 should be good for the next 5 years, right? I feel like the Manta came out and needed an upgrade when it came out. I could be wrong though, but it's a great tablet. Um, it's very good at note taking and organization. It just doesn't do anything better than my two preferred tablets. That's why it's going to be at number 9. Now, my number 8 tablet is going to be the Viwoods or Viwoods AI Paper Mini. That's going to be at number 8. And it's at number 8 because recently I've been using the Move and now the Paper Pure more than the AI Paper Mini. But I've been using the AI Paper Mini a little bit more in the last couple of weeks after this last update. I've been using the AI Paper Mini for like the last year and a half, and I love the platform. So, yes, ma'am. Oh, Sweetie's here, guys.
Hi, guys.
Sweetie says hi.
Want to say hi? Okay, bye.
So, I've been using the Viwoods AI Paper Mini for like the past year and a half. I like the platform. I like where it's going. I know a lot of people weren't high on the platform when it came out. And since I originally purchased the AI Paper Mini, up until now, Viwoods have done a lot of good things to improve the user experience on this tablet. And after the latest update with table of contents, a new headers feature that gives you even extra indexing to go along with just some improvements in knowledge base and how that functions. the calendar app. Some improvements have been put in the calendar app and how you can create those to-dos and other things directly from your notes to function with the calendar app, which I already thought was one of the better calendar apps in e-ink. You know, it's a good platform. And I think the AI paper platform is competing with the top three, which we probably would say is reMarkable, Boox, and Supernote. Sweetie, bring the things that she brought us. Bring the things. Bring the things that she made. So, she thank you. So the AI paper mini, once Viwoods gets multi-tablet sync down pat, this might be one of my top tablets, 1 and 2. Right now, it's the platform as a whole is a little bit down my list. But I've been, and we're going to get there in a minute with my use case of the AI paper, the full size, the 10.6 inch. Sweetie's going to show you guys some things that she made for us. Sweetie, there you go. This is like a bag.
It fits my scribe.
It does. It fits a scribe.
It's nice. Love that for me. I hit you?
No.
Okay, there's a pill case.
This is kind of cool. I'm going to put Advils in here. So when people at work give me a headache, I have one on the day of the week. Oh, this is a bookmark.
I love that thing.
Sweetie likes this bookmark.
Yes, because that's probably the only character I really associate with in the Harry Potter.
She is awesome.
Universe.
Okay.
And then I have keychain.
I didn't see these.
Look, it's lick off a cup.
She how do you do this?
And then these ones.
Oh my God. She
cream cone.
look at this.
And then
the she you need to sell these. Whoa! Which one of these is for me, sweetie? Huh? What? She I need to know how you do these things.
Stop dropping them.
I didn't drop it. I don't think Sweetie's gonna share with me either, She
said I didn't have to.
She said she didn't have to. These are awesome, This is what she does.
And I have my bag.
And Sweetie has it. Put your bag in the camera.
It's so thick. Oh my gosh, y'all. It's so thick and it's so soft. It's awesome. I love it.
The wonderful She makes these, guys.
You see how cool that is?
You should hit her up. I really like this. I like this bookmark a lot.
It's raining.
I did hear it. I like this a lot.
I don't have pills to take, but
I'm telling you, this is gonna be my Advil pills. When people make me mad at work, I'm gonna be like, "It's Thursday." All right, there you go.
That's okay.
She's laughing. So yeah, AI Paper Mini is going to be at number 8 for me. Number 7 is, and I do have the AI Paper Mini. It's up front though. Number 7 is going to be a tablet that I don't own anymore right now. I know, BM, it's nice. And that's going to be the Penstar eNote 2. I like the Penstar eNote 2. The Penstar eNote 2 is a pen-only input tablet. I thought I was gonna hate it when I tried it out, and I didn't. I actually liked it. So the Penstar eNote 2 is gonna be at number 7, and it's a cool mixture of. It has a good calendar app, even though it doesn't sync to anything. Cool, seeing. Yeah, I thought the pen-only input was going to be a problem for me. It wasn't. It has some things that I need. Table of contents, split screen, image insertion. It has some features natively that some other tablets don't have. It has a great partner app and has a good calendar app. I like the Penstar eNote too. I've always said if I couldn't use Boox, but I needed a tablet that allowed me to do what Boox allows me to do natively, it would be the Penstar eNote 2 or 1. Yes, I did, Jay. Because there was a Pinstar E-Note 1, so I'm going to have to get a 2. I had a 2 for review that was on loan to me, and I sent it back to the create. I sent it back to Broad. So um, I'm working on getting another Pinstar E-Note. Number 6. Number 6 on my list is going to be the Kindle Scribe Color Soft. The Kindle Scribe Color Soft is number 6 on my list. I like, and you guys know where that tablet is. Sweetie has it. So the Kindle Scribe Color Soft is, one thing is the size. It's at that 11.2 inch size, so it's in really the sweet spot. For me, the sweet spot of tablets is that 11 to 12 inch. So the Kindle Scribe Color Soft or the Gen 3 Kindle Scribes, and then that reMarkable Paper Pro, that 11.8. That really is the ideal size for me. So the Kindle Scribe Color Soft is number 6 on my list. And honestly, I like to use that. Like, I still use the Gen 1 Kindle Scribe for like my reading notes. I like how you can annotate on the tablet within the Notes app. You can write on your books. I like the note taking functionality inside the reader. And then when you look at with the color soft, you can color coordinate your highlights and your bookmarks. That's cool. And with the new and improved like home screen or software where I can save everything in one spot, kind of like you can with reMarkable and Supernote, that organization got better. If Kindle ever decides to, if Amazon grows a pair and just gives you some more note taking apps in the Notes app, or like some more note taking tools in the Notes app, that tablet will be fire. It would be. Uh, Only because, Jay, I have a different use case for the smaller tablets than the larger tablets. Okay, but I can see where you're at though. But see, I'm deep into the Kindle ecosystem with Boox and Audible, so that's why I like the Kindle Scribe. I like all Kindle products, but I can see where that could be crazy talk, Jay. You have to realize too, the Kindle Scribe has a soft spot in my heart because it's the first e-ink note taking tablet I've ever owned. Like, I got introduced to writing on e-ink tablets with this Kindle Scribe Gen 1. Outside of that, the only other e-ink tablet I ever had was just a Kindle Scribe Reader. Number 5 is shocking me because um when I was having conversations with Dave at Tablet Tech, and I was watching Dave and Kit's live, and I was commenting, they had these tablets high on their list, and I stuck with the Note Max being number 10. What I didn't stick with, however, though, is the Tab XC being off my list. This thing, the Tab XC. I actually have this Tab XC at my number 5 tablet. I'm gonna tell you guys why I have the Tab XC as my number 5 tablet. I'm not using it as a traditional note taker. Um, this is the first e-ink tablet that I have been using almost like a traditional iPad or Android tablet. It's the same size as the let me turn this front light off so y'all can see it without the glare. So I've been using this as like a iPad replacement, kind of like an Android tablet almost. Um, this is the first e-ink tablet, no focus tablet that I've had that I have utilized Boox in the Google Play Store. I'm running Copilot on it. I'm running Microsoft 365 on it. I've been using it to review, respond to emails when I'm out at a coffee shop and I just don't want to take my laptop with me. I grab this, I grab the keyboard folio, and then I'm out the door. It's and the writing is surprised me. The writing is so good. And when I'm saying so good, I'm kind of exaggerating a little bit, but the writing is good enough. I thought it was going to be bad because it's a slick screen, but for me, the writing has been good enough on the Tab XC that I don't mind taking this thing out and taking notes on it. So, like, if I'm ever out and about and I'm stuck somewhere and all I have is the XC and I need to go into a meeting or take some notes, I have zero issue using this tablet. It is a very slick writing surface. And it looks like it missed the stroke, but I lifted the pen when I did that. It didn't miss the stroke. I lifted the pen up. It's a slick writing surface. It's not as slick as my iPad, but it's slick like the iPad. However, for some reason, the writing feel is cool. I'm cool with it. Now, I will say a lot of people had issues with the haptics. I think a couple of things don't bother me. One, I barely can feel the haptics. One is how I hold the pen when I write, and another one is um due to like the injury. I there is a little bit of feeling that I don't have in my right hand. So like I can feel things, but like if something is hot, when I feel it being hot, it's probably hotter. So, in the vibration, like when I use power tools and stuff like that, I don't feel the like real or full vibration. So I really don't feel the haptics. I have the haptics all the way up. If we look at it, um, where is it at? Oh, I got to go all the way in the settings. Yeah, see, I have the haptics all the way up, and I don't feel anything. Like I barely feel it. If I write like this, I can feel it more, but I don't write like that. I write like this, and yeah, I barely feel the haptics. So the writing feel of this tablet shocked me a little bit to the point where I've been using this thing to answer emails, to do a lot of word processing with Microsoft 365. Um, I've even been out at the coffee shop. I walked out the house the other day. It's the only thing I took with me. Answered some emails, uh, did some shopping on Amazon, went on YouTube. And I will say, it's not the most pleasant tablet to watch YouTube on, but there's a creator. I think her name is Cherie. I read Black Books, and she had some new content, and I wanted to do my TBR list. So I got this thing, took it out the keyboard, laid it flat on the table, went in the split screen, had YouTube on one side, had my notes app on the other side, started taking notes on a couple of books that I wanted to check out, and even jumping from the YouTube to Amazon to get author information and all of that on this tablet. It shocked me how good of a writer and note taker it is, even though I hate writing on a slick screen. So that's why this Tab XC is number 5 for me. I've actually been using the Tab XC almost every day. So, and if I had to choose between the Tab XC and the Note Max can go any day of the week. Tab XC definitely is a tablet that I use on a daily basis. Right? Next on my list, we're moving into number 4. So we're in our top 5. My number 4 tablet is going to be the Viwoods AI Paper, which is the tablet I'm currently uh, writing my top 10 list on. I was shocked with this tablet because I've been using the AI Paper Mini for over a year and a half. I kind of forgot that the full size AI Paper was Carter 1300. Was 10.6 inches, better writing surface, better writing feel. I like everything about this tablet. I've always said that I think that the AI paper platform has the best notes app. I'm sorry, has the best calendar app, not notes app, has the best calendar app. And I like that experience. This is one of the only e-ink tablets that I truly just use the um the calendar with. And one of the things I like most about this tablet is the home screen. So I like the home screen because you can customize this home screen to be whatever you want it to be, look how you want it to look. I really like the fact that I can navigate through my calendar and my to-dos without having to actually go into the calendar app. I like the fact that I can have handwritten to-dos or text to-dos. I don't have any tasks right now, but then, I got my logs so I can see, what's been opened, any meeting notes, anything like that. If I had any scheduled events, those will pop up there. Let's see. So let's go to today. I know I have some scheduled events. So yeah, so like when I go to the first, I had a lot of things that I was doing on the first. I had a couple of tasks that I had written down on the first as well. And then you can just see everything I opened and you can see those events. So I am a huge fan of the AI paper platform. And that's why it is number 4 on my list. And then, of course, number 3 on my list is going to be the reMarkable Paper Pure. The reMarkable Paper Pure is number 3 on my list. I use it every day. It goes with me everywhere. The Paper Pure is only number 3 on my list because the size. If it was the same size as the Paper Pro, but still black and white, it would be number 1. Number 3 is the reMarkable Paper Pure. You guys know how I feel about that tablet. Number 2 is going to be the Boox Go 10.3 Lumi. Now, the thing about Boox is this. It's going to be number 2 on my list. It's used to be number 1 on my list at all times. It's because I can do so much with the 10.3. It's because I like the premium build. This was the first serious note-taking tablet that I got. And I'm going to always own a Boox note-taking tablet and probably whatever version of the 10.3 Boox has out, I'm going to keep it. I told you guys a couple of weeks ago that it was time for me to part ways with the 10.3 Gen 1. I can't do it. I can't do it, guys. And I still use it. I still take it with me. When it comes to the 10.3 Gen 1 and Gen 2 Lumi, to be honest with you, I grab whatever one is on the desk and throw it in my bag. I prefer the Lumi because it has the front light, but if I don't have it on me on that day, I don't have it on me on that day. Not a big deal. 10.3 Gen 1 or Gen 2 is going to be number 2 on my list. And number 1 on my list, guys. Probably should know by now. Is going to be my reMarkable Paper Pro. And I was on the fence a couple of weeks ago about which tablet of my reMarkable tablets I was going to use the most? Was I going to use the Paper Pro or the Paper Pure? Which one of these was I going to use the most? Yes, guys, I mod my reMarkables with reManager. Shout out to Mitchell with reManager. So yeah, I have the whole home screen, sleep screen mod on my reMarkables. I was on the fence about which one of these tablets I was going to use the most. And if I'm being honest, I don't really care which one of these I have in my hand when I'm doing my work, as long as I have one of them on me. I will say that this weekend I had a big project I was working on. I used the Paper Pro more than the Pure, simply because of the real estate. The larger platform, the larger tablet, I had more real estate to write. When I'm at work, I use them both at work, but I have a couple of tasks where I have about 5 to 6 forms that I have to fill out, along with a couple of PDFs that I annotate on for meetings and stuff like that. I use the Paper Pro for it. When I'm walking around, taking notes at work, writing information down, the Pure is in my hand. But if I get caught moving around and I need to take notes on the go with the Pro, I'm fine with that as well. So that Paper Pro is going to be my top tablet for my use case. But like I said, any one of these tablets 1 through 10 can be a top tablet for any of you guys out there, and I would recommend it to any. I would recommend any one of these tablets to someone if it fits your use case, fits your budget, has the tools you're looking for. Grab one of those, of course. Now I got 5, I guess, notable mentions. Right, you guys have noticed that I only had one mini tablet on my list of my top 10. As much as I love the reMarkable Paper Pro Move, it didn't make my top 10. Not because I don't use it though. I still use the Move. It still has lives in my bag. It's just that I've been using the Paper Pure a little bit more than the Move for that on the go note taker. Because the Paper Pure is so light um and easy to use, I just find myself getting up from my desk at work and walking around with the Paper Pure in my hand. But I will say, now that I'm working evenings to nights, I'm going to have the Move with me more because I'm going to be in some areas that don't have as much ambient lighting as I need to use the Pure. So I'll have the Move on me, and I definitely will be using the Move. But it did make my top 10. Not because I don't use it, but it just didn't make my top 10. Another tablet that didn't make my top 10 is going to be the iFlytek AI Note Air 2. I think it's still a tablet I would suggest for someone, but it's AI heavy for me, and I don't use a lot of AI like that, especially with the translation. If you're someone who's going to use that translation feature with it, it's definitely a good tablet for you. I'm kind of interested in the just AI Note 2, the larger tablet. I think it has different software, so that might fit my use case a little bit better than the AI Note Air 2. But I think it's still a good tablet. What Jay said. He's surprised my top 3 wasn't just Move, Pure, and Pro. No, I'm forever going to use a Boox 10.3. And if I'm if I'm being honest, what makes my Paper Pro be higher than the 10.3 is the size and color. I have a use case for color, and I like the size of the Paper Pro. That it's the sweet spot for me. 11.8 inch screen is pretty cool, and I like the color and the size, and the writing feel is slightly better than the 10.3. The Paper Pro, the Paper Pure is probably my favorite tablet to write on. If I didn't have the Paper Pure and I just roll with the reMarkable 2 and not the Paper Pure, um, the AI paper, the full size AI paper, probably would be number three, and that reMarkable 2 would probably be, around number seven. So, and historically, Boox probably would be number one, but reMarkable Paper Pro is taking that spot. So, like my third tablet on my best of five I didn't mention is going to be the Penstar Pro C. And just because I like Penstar, I like the way the color is presented on the Pro C. Um, it's a cool tablet, but I think they need to fix some identity things with it. I'd rather them just come out with a eNote 2C instead of this Pro C thing. I got the Note Air 5C on here. And I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't. The Note Air 4C wasn't on the list because I no longer have the 4C. I actually gave the 4C to a friend of mine who was looking to get into e-ink and wanted to find out if the tablet was right for him. So I let him start out with the 4C, and then we'll see if he likes the 4C. If he doesn't like the 4C, we'll try another tablet that I have here, probably the Manta. But definitely the 5C is a good tablet. I just don't have a use case for it because when it comes to color tablets, I would either use the Kindle Scribe, but most importantly, I'm going to use the reMarkable Paper Pro. And now that I have this Tab XC, the Tab XC is probably going to be the tablet that I use more like a traditional iPad or Samsung tablet or whatever instead of the Note Air 5C. I've heard nothing but good things about the 5C. I had the 4C, so if the 5C is better than the 4C, no, I know it's pretty good. But it's down there. And then number 15 is going to be the reMarkable 2. I know it's 6 years old. I know it's discontinued and they don't sell it anymore. But if you can get one of those things for cheap, used, with a keyboard folio used, it's still a good tablet. I think the reMarkable 2 is still better than a lot of tablets that came out within the last 2 years. What do you say? Apparently, they're pushing the AI Note 2 software to the Air 2 software in the next month, by the way. Okay. It's probably because they're coming out with this AI Note. iFly Tech should be releasing the AI Note Air 3, from my understanding. That's the thing. So we'll see what happens. Dave over at Tablet Tech says that that software is better on the AI Note 2 than the Air 2. You'll notice I don't have the Nomad anywhere on my list. It's not because the Nomad's a bad tablet. I don't have the Mobile Scribe anywhere on my list. I don't have the Go 7 anywhere on my list. I don't have the Palma 2 Pro anywhere on my list. And it's not because these are bad tablets. I don't use them at all. I actually got rid of the Nomad. Not because it was a bad tablet, but because in that size, I need a front light. If the Nomad would have had a front light, it'd probably be my best small 7 to 8 inch size tablet to use. But it didn't have a front light, so I wasn't using it. But that's my list, guys. And thank you guys for hanging out with me on the day after Independence Day. So if you guys are still off tomorrow, enjoy your off day. If you have to go into work tomorrow like I do, we got to suck it up and just be adults. We'll be back on Wednesday with some e-ink conversations. Hopefully, Sweetie will be on with us again. If you guys are fans of Sweetie's page, make sure you keep an eye out. We actually did a lot of fragrance shopping this weekend. We did a lot of fragrance shopping this weekend, and we did a lot of fragrance shopping, and she did some book shopping. So she has a book haul and a fragrance haul that she's going to be dropping on her channel within the next couple of days. I'm actually going to be involved with one of the fragrance videos. So that's pretty cool to check out. I did. I started using it more, Jay, for not for note taking though. So I'll use this Palmer 2 Pro to read on. And the one thing I will do with it, Jay, is make a quick note. So let's say if I'm at work and I had it on me, I would just jot down like follow up with Jay on Thursday. I'll write that down and just use it to add it to my calendar in my notes app. Um, I'll use it in a pinch to review some notes that I have. But honestly, between me and Tweety, this Palmer 2 Pro gets used as a small reader within the Kindle app. And I have Audible on it. So I got my headphones hooked up to it and I use Audible on it at work. So when I say I don't use it, I don't use it as a note taker or like any kind of like legit writing. I don't use it for that. You know, I use the Palmer 2 Pro how I use my Kindle Scribe Paperwhite signature. Now I do use the Palmer 2 Pro more than I use my original Palmer. So that's the thing. I enjoy writing on it, like for what it is, the size it is. I like writing on this more than I like writing on the Go 7. And even as a reader, I found myself using this more than I use the Go 7. But just writing on it, I can't write on it. Like I can. I do quick notes. You know what I'm saying? Like I do like I'll say, you know, like buy eggs from the store. If I had to just write, so see, I use it for stuff like this, like notes that I had on. Oh, y'all can't see that. I use it for, like little. I use it for little quick notes, So like reviewing like my notes in my notebook. So I have that, turn it sideways. I got little quick notes in it for work, stuff like that. That's what I use it for. I'll view some notes that I wrote down, or I'll use it like a quick little note taker for work because I have it in my pocket because I was listening to my audiobook. That's what I use the Palmer 2 Pro for. But hey, thank you guys for hanging out. Jay, Javier, Dr. Ling. Who else came by? BM. Thank you guys for hanging out with us tonight. Everybody who didn't hop in the chat, thank you guys for the 10 likes. Thank you guys for hanging out with 2530 Media on the day after the 4th of July. What Jay said. Oh, you ordered it from Walmart. See, y'all finna make me go get on Walmart website when I get off this live. Thank you guys for hanging out with me tonight on another episode of Tech Trapper Live. Hopefully I don't get any slander from having the Manta at number 9. We'll see. The Supernote content creators, they already have it out for me. So, I gotta watch my step these days. But Jay says he needs the Palmer 2 Pro to get upgraded to the same level writing as the 10.3. The weird thing is the Go 6 is okay. I'm gonna see if I can get my hands on the Go 6. But thank you guys for checking us out tonight, and I will see you guys on Wednesday. Enjoy the rest of your night.